Alright everyone, let me tell you a story that's going to make your blood boil. If you've ever worked in IT support, you probably know the frustration of dealing with demanding clients, especially when it's early on a Monday morning. But this one takes the cake. Can you imagine starting your day with a phone call that feels like someone's trying to drag you back into work just when you were about to enjoy your weekend? Let me pull you in close and tell you what happened. Stick around, hit that subscribe button if you're new here. We've got an epic tale ahead of us. Last night, I was working on a scheduled upgrade for one of my client's QuickBooks systems. A server, 10 desktops, and 3 databases. It went off without a hitch, just like any other time I'm handling this kind of work. Typically, after such upgrades, I schedule a follow-up session the next day to iron out any issues or answer questions about the next day to iron out any issues or answer questions about the new version. Monday mornings are usually reserved for these check-ins since most offices take weekends off. But my peace was shattered when my phone rang at 7:30 a.m. on that fateful Sunday morning. The number wasn't familiar and I didn't recognize it, so I let it go to voicemail. But then it got worse. The line kept ringing non-stop for the next 10 minutes. Every call was ignored until finally a message came through. Oh boy, did she leave a message. The voice on the other end was filled with anger and panic. QuickBooks is broken. I can't do my job. This is going to cost the company tens of thousands of dollars. You better damn well get this fixed. You better damn well get this fixed. Get over here immediately. Her voice practically screamed through my speakerphone, and it was clear she wasn't having a good day. Now, I had already double-checked everything the night before, so I logged into their remote desktop server to make sure all systems were still. Everything looked fine from here, but what do you think this lady was seeing? She's convinced that QuickBooks has somehow been corrupted overnight. I took a deep breath and called her back, trying my best to calm the storm, but as soon as I picked up, she started berating me again. No introduction, no pleasantries, just straight into yelling mode. What do you mean it's working fine? It won't start, she screamed. I asked calmly if there was an error message or any indication of what was wrong. Her response was another tirade about how important her job is and how the company's future depends on this software. Then, in a moment of clarity amidst all the chaos, I managed to get her to tell me that she couldn't find the QuickBooks icon on her desktop. Now, for any IT professional, it's like solving a puzzle without knowing what pieces you're missing. So, I remotely accessed her computer and found the QuickBooks icon, but it looked different. Another version of the same software, just with a different color scheme. Look, I said soothingly over the phone, the program is there, in its usual spot. Can you see me on your screen? Let's try clicking it together. She reluctantly followed my instructions, and lo and behold, QuickBooks opened right up. But her reaction wasn't one of relief or gratitude, it was disbelief and accusation. She started blaming me for changing the icon just to make things harder for her. I explained again that this was a new version of the software with updated features and aesthetics. Still, she wouldn't let go of her anger, insisting that something had gone wrong because of my upgrade work. After several minutes of trying to explain, I finally asked if there was anything else I could do for her. She grumbled some more before hanging up abruptly. Now, here's the kicker. My phone system sends voicemail messages as emails with MP3 attachments. So, after calming down a bit, I forwarded that voicemail to the company owner and mentioned it wasn't acceptable behavior towards someone trying to assist them. But let me be clear. My intention was never to get anyone fired, but sometimes you have to draw lines. Monday morning arrived, and as scheduled, I headed over to help with any issues they might still face. Imagine my surprise when the same irate employee avoided me like a plague. She stayed away from her desk whenever I was in the vicinity. It felt surreal. Here's this person who had been so angry and demanding just days ago, now acting as if she were invisible. But guess what? The owner of the company called me into his office after my session with them. He explained that he'd heard about our interaction on Sunday and apologized for her behavior. She's under a lot of stress right now, he said, but made it clear there was no tolerance for such outbursts. What would you do in this situation? How would you handle someone who's lashing out at you because they're overwhelmed? It's not an easy question to answer, especially when the stakes are high and your professional integrity is on the line. But I hope my story helps show that sometimes, even the most frustrating situations can lead to understanding and growth. So, there you have it. My Monday morning nightmare turned into a learning experience for all of us involved. It's stories like these that remind me why I love working in IT support despite the challenges. It's about helping people through tough times and making things work when they seem impossible. If this story resonated with you or made your day, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you have similar experiences or just want to vent a bit, let me know down below in the comments section. Until next time, keep being awesome out there. Thanks for sticking around and hearing my tale today. If you enjoyed this story, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Let's connect more often. Bye for now.